Okay, today we're going to be reviewing the PRW 2500T, which is the PRW stands for the ProTrek series, and it's the 2500. T stands for titanium, so this is a titanium case here. You can see that from the alloy. The band itself, I believe, is stainless steel, but the case itself is titanium, which makes the watch very, very light and obviously durable. Okay. The difference between this watch and a watch like the PRG 130Y, these watches are actually identical in terms of how they function, and aside from the inverse LED here and the plastic housing, they both have the same functions, except here you have the tides on the bottom. Okay, they both have moon phase and altimeter, barometer, and compass. But the principal difference is that this watch has atomic timekeeping, meanwhile this one doesn't. This one also comes with the atomic timekeeping mode, but you have to be sure as to whether or not the watch you're getting has atomic timekeeping or not. So the model we're going to be reviewing today is the 3258, which that's the module number, but the actual watch is known by the PRW 2500T, which it says on the back of the case. So this is a great watch, and it could be considered a survival watch. You have a compass, altimeter, barometer. You have 5 alarm clocks. You have world time. You have moon phase. You can see the barometric pressure as a graph, which records in intervals based on a set duration for each interval. You have daylight savings time. I think there's enough tide records here. Moon phase records for the next 100 years, and this is based on atomic timekeeping. So it works in 5 different bands around the world. So no matter where you are, pretty much, as long as you're within range of an atomic time tower, then you'll be able to receive that. There's 6. It's 6 bands actually. Excuse me, not 5. So this watch is waterproof to 20 bars, okay, 20 atmospheres or 200 feet, which is plenty for free diving and scuba diving. It has an auto light function, so you press that auto light function, or you could program it so that when you flip your wrist and it's nighttime, the watch will automatically detect that you're turning your wrist to look at the watch, and it will automatically light up. Obviously, you could disable that if you don't want to give up your position accidentally, at night, depending on what you're doing. I like this watch, but the fact that it's metal, obviously, if you're brushing up against something, you might scratch not only the watch but the whatever it is you're brushing up against. For example, if you're on your laptop and you're constantly bumping into the laptop, that's why I opted to get the same watch in the plastic version, except this doesn't have the timekeeping, and this watch has the moon phase, which is the PRG 130Y. But you can also find this watch, as I mentioned, with the atomic timekeeping, and that is actually, I would recommend that over this titanium watch. So overall, I like this watch. It's a nice survival watch, but again, it makes noise. It can scratch something, or it could get scratched, where the plastic watch, the resin watch, seems to me to be a little bit more versatile and durable. Okay, because it's more flexible, basically, so it could probably deal with an impact a lot better than the titanium, possibly. But that's just my opinion. So you actually do have tide with this watch as well, pardon me. You do have the tide. It's just shown a little differently. And you can also record altitude. So if you're hiking, you can get your max height as well as your total elevation gain. And there's a numerous amounts of functions. You have stopwatch, timer, world time. You can receive the atomic signal. You could do that manually, or you could set it to automatically receive it every day at a certain time. I definitely use the alarms. You could set multiple alarms, which is good if you have to wake up for an important meeting or something, or to catch a flight. The timer is good too if you feed the meter and you're worried about getting a parking ticket and you just need to set some reminder for 30 minutes or an hour. I think it goes up to about 90 minutes. And overall, it's it's a pretty decent watch, and it seems pretty durable, and it's relatively light. But again, the plastic one wears a little easier, and the plastic one is a little lighter. So again, I'm using the plastic version to compare with the titanium, so you can have some frame of reference. Okay, and I'll hold them up for you to see. Okay, so there's the titanium face. And there's the plastic one. Okay, and that's my review of the titanium watch, which is the module number 3258 of the ProTrek series, which is also known as Pathfinder in the US. It's the PRW 2500T, which is this one, the PRW 2500T. Not only does it come out in ProTrek, but it also comes out in Pathfinder. It's the same exact thing, just a different model number, because this one's made for Japan and the rest of the world, and the other one's made for the States. Okay, and I also have another Pathfinder that I'll actually review in a different video. So look in the comments for the link to that video. This is for diving, and it's a great watch for underwater. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to HatTube. Thank you.